So, Kristian Baller, scrum half at Pontypridd RFC. You've been here quite some time now, Kristian, one of the old guard. Tell us about your formative years, where you started, where you came from, how you got to Ponty.
Well, I'm from Abercynon originally, so I played all my minis up until youth in Abercynon. At the time, unfortunately, Abercynon didn't have a youth, so when I was in college, I played with one of the ex-Ponty boys, Adam Powell. He was up in Merthyr Youth at the time. He asked me to go up there, so I played a season up in Merthyr Youth while I was also in the Blues Academy. And then, as soon as I was 18, then I signed for Abercynon Seniors then to get that experience straight away. I think I had more or less one season, if not two perhaps, and then I got asked to go on a cross chase tour with Chief to California for nearly 2 weeks, I think it was. Always interested in coming on Ponty, grew up watching them. Parents used to take me to the games, and then when I had a Chief on his own, I had a quiet word with him, see if what was the situations with trials, etc. He said, yeah, he'll have a word with Johnsy. Didn't think nothing of it. And then I had a phone call in just before pre-season started with Halfway Killing, and he invited me down to the trial, so it couldn't have gone any better, to be honest.
No, and you started out this. What were you, full-back or wing?
Yeah, well, I think it was full-back / wing at the time.
Yeah, you're a bit of a utility back, weren't you?
Yeah.
But you've, over the seasons, for the past 2 seasons, supporters will know you've been playing scrum half, but for many seasons, you've pretty much played where you've been asked. Is there any sort of, what's the story there? How do you do it?
I'm going to clue, to be honest. I don't know, I'll play anywhere, to be honest, bar forwards, I think. No, I think it's just natural footballing ability, to be honest. I'm the type of player, to be honest, who could, like you said, go to one position and do very well at it.
Boys are going to love you for saying that, aren't they?
Yeah. No, I think just, when teams been struggling, there's been no one else, so I've just stepped up, to be honest, and give it my best shot.
Yeah, and you've stepped up with some aplomb as well. I've seen you played outside half against some of the big teams in our league, and you've really put the boot to them. And also with the kick-in, I mean, what position did you play growing up? What was the... flanker, wasn't it?
No,
it was flanker.
All through mini rugbies as well, they were in such positions then. Then when it's starting to get to 15-a-side then, I've always been scrum half all the way through youth. Not a lot of people know that I got capped for Wales 18s at outside half. So, it is there that I'm capable of doing it. And then when I was after the 18s then, I was with the 19s trials then, and they wanted me to go full back then. So that's where I switched to full back, and then that's where I came down here then. Okay,
it's a bit of a cool really to have someone who can play these multiple positions in at Sardis, and I think we've done quite well at having you here. So you must have some fantastic memories of playing down here then, and must have some very sweet memories, ongoing I imagine, especially with the Morgan Wanderers result the other night. But any moments that really stand out in your mind?
I think it was my first season or second season when Simon King was in charge. We had a really good run in through the league, through the cup, etc. And it would come down to the last 5 games, in all fairness, and we was in contenders for winning the league. And I always remember it. I think many supporters do. We played Neath home, and that dreadful 9 minutes injury time coming from nowhere, and that Arwell Thomas drop goal. I think that's one of my favourite games because the crowd, the atmosphere, the fact that we came back in the dying minutes to win the game, and then that drop goal then just to kill it. That's most probably one of the ones that sticks in my mind. But I think on a personal note, my most favourite memorable game I think would have to be the semi-final against Aberafon in a cup down in Cardiff Arms Park.
You did pretty well in that game, if I remember rightly. There was an enormous streaking try where I think Bryn Mawr Williams in the commentary kept calling you Kristian Baller, which must really have
I get a lot.
caught in your
Baller,
craw.
Baller,
Yeah,
a lot.
Baller, it's all happening. You've really made a bit of success down at Sardis. Any aspirations to move anywhere else? Is there anything in Kristian Baller's repertoire we're yet to see?
Yeah, to be honest, you know, moving back to scrum half is taking its time at the moment. Like I'm slowly finding my feet back into the position, and you know, for Paul John to have faith in me, you know, shows us, you know, what he thinks I'm capable of doing. Like, and I just think
he's one of the greatest scrum halves of all time, really, isn't he?
Yeah,
in the Welsh game especially.
Definitely, and you know, I just think if you know, I've obviously had a couple of injuries at the end of the last year all through pre-season, so I haven't really, you know, had a good full pre-season, and I think if you know, I have a good season now, and then hopefully then, you know, push on, you know, again next year then, and you know, improve.
Well, all I'll say is good luck for today against Pontypool.
Yeah.
I gather you're on the bench today because of a little package that could be coming your way very shortly with the arrival of another addition to the Baller clan.
Yeah.
So congratulations on that.
No problem.
And very good luck.
Thanks very much.